Hello everybody, I am Lisbeth and welcome to episode 34 of my Oxygen Not Included Let's Play series. Oh, that's a shame. Hopefully that'll work out. Well, today I've cleared a bit of this out. I've done a lot of boring grinding off camera. As you can see, I have an awful lot of slicksters now. I have also ground out all of this level of research here. So all of this row. And I've started on this one here, so, whoops, wrong one. So we're going to go through, and I'll get this all done, sooner or later. The base is a lovely shade of green now. And this is all getting quite cool in here, like all our oxygen is coming out at 16 degrees, which is, quite frankly, absurd. So, now, I would like to wonder, are you, too cold? Well, we'll have to do something about that in a minute. But first today, I would like to reset the ethanol up in here. But I've also queued this up, got all this built, and I need to do the guts of this. Like, well, not the guts, the brains of this. This is the guts. So, let's get started building that now, shall we? So we're gonna have... I'm going to use these still, but I'm just going to get the carbon dioxide gas at, like, you know, negative 40 degrees or whatever, to run through it, just to get things nice and cool. But in the meantime, I can run a thermo aquatuner and etc, etc. So let's do this one at a time. First off, conveyor rails. Shipping. Shipping. There we go. So where is our input and output going to be? So I'm gonna be storing everything in here-ish, I think. Oh, one other thing that I found whilst I was going through here taking all these slicksters. It's a cheeky little hydrogen vent. So that's more power, which is nice. Or at least another means of power. But the hydrogen might be useful for something else. I don't know if hydrogen's still useful in rocketry. Whoops, wrong one. Let's come up here and have a quick look. We want rockets, right? That's the liquid cargo tank. This is liquid fuel tank. Liquid cargo tank. I think it's a no. That's rad bolt engine. Oh, hydrogen engine. There we go. So that'll be useful for... Yes. If we need a lot of hydrogen. Which is quite interesting. Alright, so I'm glad that can still be used, because for a while that was not a thing anymore. But that's alright. So, let's actually look at this properly. So, I should have counted the footprint for this thing I want to build. I suppose it's roughly this size. How big is that? 23 by 26. Well, run that up here. That's 26 by 23 there. Like that. Okay, not too bad. Could squeeze it in here, I think. Alright. I just need to figure out where my input and output's going to be, but I suppose I can decide on that later. You dang cat. For now, let's take these out. Keep in mind I will have to rebuild them. You know what? No. The only reason I was going to do that was because I was going to put it all down here, but I'll put it off to this side here. So, we're going to have... This needs to loop around, right? And we're going to have... input, and we will make this all out of electrum, and output there. Like that. Okay. So, we need to have, and it doesn't matter particularly, we're going to say this is the input, yeah, and that'll be the output there, just so I can remember what I'm doing. Output, input there. Alright. So we have things cycling around. We're going to check their temperature. So they cycle like that. We are going to check their temperature here. If they are below a certain temperature, thermosensor and an automation wire. So if it's below a certain temperature, it will go out like that. If it is... There we go. And that's our input there. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Now I probably should have that there. Cancel build. We're going to cancel that one. And then input there like that, yeah? Like that, right? And that'll work. I think that's how I had it in the other one. Just to make things keep running. Is that everything I need? Stuff comes in. Now, the other thing I will need to check, things only come in here if they are above a certain temperature. Because I don't want to waste space in here, essentially. And this is all very rough. It's not, like, this is not how it's staying. This is just to get my head wrapped around it to understand what we need. And just to make sure I don't forget everything, or anything, sorry. My cat is such a drama queen. Alright. And that goes this way. Whoops. And of these, dang it. That's input, that's output. Okay. Seems good to me. Maybe I'll squeeze it in here. Sorry, I'm just thinking. What? Come here. Alright, water. Or the Thermo Aqua Tuner. So we will also put that off to this side, and we can put a couple of them in there, actually. Just for other things. Oh my god. Actually, you know what I'm going to use this gas pipe for? Because I will want to use those hydrogen rockets at some point. I can use it to run gas through and get it cold. I'll have to have a think about how I want to implement that, because I would love to be able to have like a switch and I can flip it. So when it's turned off, it runs carbon dioxide through to keep it cold. When it's on, it'll run hydrogen through to cool the hydrogen down. That sounds like a pretty cool contraption, huh? Meow! Goodness me. Alright, let me just write that down so I don't forget, because I know I will if I don't, and I think that's a pretty nifty, exciting contraption. Cold box. Off, switch. Toggles. CO2 from geysers. And hydrogen for cooling to rockets. And that was written exactly as I said it, so I will probably look at that in a little bit and go, what the hell did I just write? Plumbing now. Same dealio. Bridge, bridge, bridge. We want that to be our input, that's our output. No I don't actually. They need to be round the other way. Liquid, liquid, liquid bridge. Input there, output there, right? So we go to our shipping layer, yes, and they're inverted. So the idea with that is that, you know, hot things run counter current to the cold things, like we've got up here. Where is it? Right here. This thing. We've got hot gas coming in at the top. Keep in mind, it is not super duper hot for some reason. Why is it not super duper hot? That's 64. Oh, it gets that cold that quickly. Wow. That drops 30 degrees in one tile. That's bonkers. It's not so drastic over here, but anyway, yeah, so like the cold water comes in up here. That's coming in at 5.8. And even colder over here. And then it leaves at 16 degrees. Right. So that's what we're going to do the same thing over here. Now, plumbing. We need a thermo aqua tuner. Obviously, over here somewhere. Insulated liquid pipe. We're going to come in. In off the side. To there. And then this can run around like this. And that's the output there. Hello, Grumpy. Hello. What's behind my desk? Who knows? Oh, he's eating a bug. Don't you just love cats? That goes across there, and that goes down there. And then, of course, plumbing. We need a thermosensor and an automation wire. I think I've got the hang of this. Alright. So that's all pretty good. I wish there was a way that you could straight up tell them not to build something that you've got there, right? That'd be pretty cool. So we'll put the thermo aqua tuner down at this level, because we will need, obviously, a steam turbine on top of it. Yeah, that all sounds pretty good. Now, how are they going down here? Because I left them alone for a little while. We're not quite there. Is this... Let's bump the priority up on that. We're slowly getting this water down. Remember, it was all the way up here before. Which will be nice to have all gone. Because that'll allow me to start doing something. Well, it'll allow me to start using this crude oil here. It'll also give me access... Oh, I don't really need it. Like, I've got this copper volcano here. I should start working on this. But I need this done first, because I need to run the hot stuff through this cold box. Alright. Let me rearrange all this, and then we'll get them to build it all. And we'll be back in a sec. Now remember, I'm gonna line this with helium in here. Now the thing about the helium is that I will want it at a certain temperature, so we're going to want a couple of these thermoregulators. Now, a good question. The helium should be fine running through it, I think. I was just wondering whether... I was just thinking about it. Alright, I've also got to do something about this here. As I said, we're going to put these ethanol distillers in here. I will have to reroute this very slightly up a level. Like that. Just so that I can put the ethanol distillers at the bottom. The water on the ground could actually be useful, but I will still get them to get rid of that brine. Alright. I'm going to rearrange this. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, okay, we have done most of this. I just need to wait for Bubbles to come along. Can I grab a rail, please? There we go. Yeah, I need to wait for either Turner or Bubbles to come along and build these. So that's sort of where we're at. Let me find Turner in here and actually up his priority on building. That's Turner. Alright. That'll mean he'll get to some building out here. I've also put this wall in here. Now, I should have put this up here. I know, I'm silly, but oh well. Because obviously we're going to need a liquid lock, because I'll want to get rid of this and put in the helium. Now, I've only put the ventilation pipe to here. Once I get the helium in, if we look at it here, this is all 95 degrees Celsius, so it's quite hot. So I will need to cool it down a little bit, and I can just use one of these thermoregulators, and I'll just run it through a couple of times. Now obviously I can calculate very quickly how much air I need. Let me just try that again. That's 12 times 2 is 24, 34, 44 times 2 kilograms. So I need 88 kilograms of helium, which is what, at a kilogram a packet, isn't it? I can never remember. Yeah, it's a kilogram a packet, so I'll need 88 packets worth. So that'll be quite easy. I can just make a loop up here of, you know, pipes, pretty much. But that's all good. Now, yes, that's all at priority 7. We're doing good on these little slicksters down here. We have 11, 12 actually. And there's an extra egg, so 13. So we can fit 7 more in there. We've got how many in here? That's a baby one, so we're losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so what, 12 plus 5 is... Wait, was it 12? 13. 13 plus 5 is 18. This will be 19. And then we can fit 1 more. Now, I actually think that the number of slicksters we've got in here is at a net loss of carbon dioxide. Hey, mister. Bucko. We're gonna need one of them there. Yeah, so that's where we're at. And let me just clean this up. Now, I did move those petroleum generators into here. How are we doing on plumbing? Yes, that's what I did. Automation wires as well. Yeah, because I didn't want these burning stuff. Let's take the brain. Sounds good. Now, we are very close to 1,000 cycles, which is pretty good. Alright, so we're just waiting on someone to come and build all this. Now, the other thing I will have to do is get a bunch of diamond. Now, I did calculate here I need 6.4 ton. I've got 2 options of going about this. The first is coming in here, digging up all of this. That's glass, so I can't use that. But we've got... and remember, this all gets halved. So let's do some real quick... That's what, 120... 240... 360... 360, 480, 600... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so that's nowhere near enough in there. And then there's bits and pieces in here that I could... that's really hard to get to, like really, really hard. This slump here is probably my best bet at 700 kilograms a pop. That's 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, so 15 times 700. Is 10,500 kilos. So that would actually be enough in there. Now, it is just a tiny bit impossible. I disagree, but what can you do? So that would be okay there. But the other option, of course, and this is what I'm going to have to do at some point, which will mean I need to grind out the research so I can deconstruct these, is we have this diamond press. Now, if I plonk it down over here so they don't accidentally build it on me, this thing takes power and rad bolts and turns refined carbon into diamonds, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty toasty thing, but that's alright. We have so many rad bolts. But yeah, so if we have a look here at the nuclear, it takes these rad bolts and, of course, power. Now, let's find out how much power it takes. Only wow, really? Only 240 watts. That's pretty crazy. Now the real question would be actually, how much rad bolts does it take? So looking at similar vein of thinking, but when I was researching this, they were like, oh yeah, you know, you need this much per research point, yada 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 yada. It uses, was it 640 grams of plastic a second for researching? So the amount of plastic this thing uses seems to vary depending on the science level of the duplicate operating it. So that's something interesting to think about if you are wondering why it's using so much plastic. But I'm pretty good with that because obviously we have a lot of plastic here, and then if we come inside, this is carrying 8.5 ton. And the reason I set it at 8.5 ton is because, pardon me, that's how much I'd calculated I'd need. I always press escape to leave them. That's a real problem. That they're I mean, like, I understand why they're treated as separate planets, but it's still a little bit frustrating. Now let's just sweep that one up as well, because I don't want to accidentally end up with debris down the bottom here, especially after I start putting the helium in. And this seems like Bubbles is doing some building. Very good. Okay, now they are waiting on the actual Electrum for that. I was going to say it might be quicker if I set up a conveyor thing, but I don't think it will be. Now, I think I've just got to let them finish building this, and then we can worry about... Come on, brain, catch up. Then I can worry about doing something else. So I'll be back in a little bit, but I just wanted to catch you guys up on where we were and what I've been thinking about. What was I going to say? I will also need to get some water in here, of course, and I will put helium in here, also cooled. So what is that? That is 21 tiles. So plus 21 is 42 kilograms. So that'll be 88 packets plus another 42 packets. Alright, and once I put the liquid lock on this side, I can jam it. So I can add a little bit of extra helium at the end there and just pack it in here. The only reason we're going to have the helium around here is it's just like a buffer. I should leave this as a vacuum, I think. Shouldn't I? Because that stops heat transfer. So let's ventilation. Deconstruct them. I can deconstruct that one and those ones, and that means I can just build this here. These ladders will go once we start putting the diamond in. and that's all good. Now I gotta say, on the odd occasion as well, our base turns blue like this over here. And hopefully this will fix it. I had this at 20 degrees, and then I upped it to 25, and I still had that issue, so I think being at 28 would be a bit better. Because 28 minus 14 is 14. Sounds good, yeah. So that'll stop the base getting quite so cold, but that isn't something that I think is a particularly large issue. That's alright, we're up to there. So yeah, I don't stress about it too much. And do we have enough? No, we don't. How many do we have in here? 5. Catalina, you can... Oh my god, listen to him go. We've literally just eaten dinner and he's over there screaming about how hungry he is. Alright. Well, I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, oh, one moment. I just need to turn the volume down a little bit because it is very loud for me. I think I should be able to just do something like that. Hopefully it will work. So, whilst they're building that, I've put in a gas pipe all the way up through the base here. It comes all the way up here, all the way up here, yada yada yada, yep, there it goes. Stops here. Because I'm going to put that... Because obviously it needs to have something to absorb the heat, we're going to put the thermoregulator up here. But... Oh wait, that means I don't need the 88 packets, so we only need 42 packets. I'd really like to have a play with this gas meter valve, because this is new. So we're going to put that there, and we'll put a gas shutoff here. Right? And then we can do something like that. And then automation like this, I think. Do these overheat? Yes, they do. So let's cancel that one and build a new one. And we'll have to make it out of steel. Now, wait, does that still overheat at a lower temperature? Plus 200, that's fine. Oh, actually, I can make this out of gold. There it is. And that one will need to be out of gold as well. Because they overheat, yeah. Alright. There's that. So we'll get them to build... those. So when I was moving these slicksters, if we come over here, yeah, see there's a tiny bit of steel in here. There's a bit more up here. So you have to use steel in this biome because it's so ridiculously hot everywhere. Like this is just casually 220 degrees, you know. It's a bit cooler over here. But yeah, like I had to use steel for everything. And the other thing was, I was having to put doors in, just like, you know, regular pneumatic doors, and they also had to be made out of steel. So if I'm ever desperate for steel, I'll just have to break in here. Polluted water sits there, petroleum sits... It's always interesting to see how liquids and gases and all that interact with each other, especially ones that you don't see frequently in the same environment, like naphtha. Alright. Yeah, that's it. I want them to be building stuff. So let's bump all of those up. Hopefully some of the guys who never leave the base will build the stuff in the bottom here. Now, I do need to do something about up here, because this is just a right old mess. Actually, what might be a more valid configuration is to run this pipe up here. That'll be a lot cleaner. That'll get rid of this mess right here. I like that idea. Granite's fine, I suppose, but I'd rather use sandstone. So to there, up to here. Now that does mean that it comes up through here, but what can you do? Like that, I think. And then we can go like that. And that ought to make it a bit cleaner. Which will give me more room up here. Now, ventilation. That will also mean that I can cancel all of these to there. And we will run an extra pipe through there like that. Because I'll be able to commandeer this pipe here and use that bridge, put in another bridge here, and then, yeah, we're all good. So I can put that bridge in now, just to make sure I don't forget, and then I'll snip that there. And that will work out very well. Alright, let's get building. Well, what a nice gift for, immediately prior to cycle 1000. That's pretty cool. Alright, where's that suit? Who gets it? Who gets the suit? I think Lyra... Oh, maybe it's Camille who's the next oldest. This is going back in my brain a bit. It might even be Ren. Camille can have it. She does a lot of heavy lifting for us. And she's often stressed. Oh. Right. You know what I should actually do? Although this would cheapen the whole snazzy suit thing a bit. I could make a textile loom. But I won't. I'll just... Well, at least not yet. Although, that being said, I have a lot of dirt now, don't I? I could deconstruct one of these temporarily. Yeah, let's do that. Yes. Where are we? Stations, textile loom. Needs power, of course. We can pop it right there. Come on, someone. There's plenty of people chilling in the base. Is that much work to do? Sweep that. Snazzy suit. Excuse me. I have an extra one? Well then. Ooh. Feel that lag difference. Like, that scrolling is so much quicker when I'm paused than if I'm not. Lyra, didn't I say? Are there any others? That was the one I just gave to Lyra, right? Yes. Okay, someone please destroy that right now. I would like it gone. Really, we're just waiting for stuff to be moved around at this point. Oh, we're so close. Aha. Textile loom. That's what everyone can have for their 1000th day on this dark, very dark little place they've got down here. I should build them something else as a... Oh, actually. Yeah, alright. Just a lot of research left, huh? Start working on that. We're going to build a monument next episode. Once we get this job done, we'll build a monument, and then... perfect. Here we go. That's not bad. It's been a long while since I've gotten a colony to 1000 cycles. One moment. Let's get a quick... Ooh! I actually got a message for it. I forgot about that. Let's have a quick look. Today, my colony has officially been running for 1,000 consecutive cycles. I consider this a major success. Yes, it is a major success. Alright, here we go. I can now start plumbing, keeping an eye on several projects at once. Snip that there, and then we can start deconstructing this one. Now let's actually go to buildings as well, and get rid of all of these. I'll have to leave these in for now. I can run the... Yeah, that's fine. Is that one that just broke? Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'll need to do something a bit more proper with this soon as well. I might just do it between episodes, you know. Quick cleanup. Oh, we're so close. Alright, let's get them running again. Now let's see if they've built this down here. Oh, they have, and they've broken. 147. I suppose... Oh, 125. Alright, let's deconstruct them. I thought I could get away with it, but apparently not. That's all good. And we've ground to a halt in our Slickster quest, but that was always a side job for me. Alright. I'm going to have to grind out the rest of this research, because, you know, we're kind of depending on it. I'm also kind of depending on it all getting done so I can, you know, deconstruct this thing. Because I don't particularly want to move these. I could start prettying them up, though. Yeah, alright. I can at least start planning around them. Something like that. Alright, I'll be back in a little while once they've gotten some more stuff done. Now, let's have a quick look at the vitals. Can I see? I'll have to go through them one by one, won't I? Yeah. I thought there was a way to easily see this. Maybe not. Alright, I'll just have to go through them one by one. Starting with Hassan. Now where was it? There we go. Snazzy suit. Alright, we're just about ready to start pumping this full of helium. Here's Stinky, come on Stinky. Yeah, I've got a liquid lock here, and our gas meter down here. If it does what I think it'll do, then Oh, I need to make a slight edit to this. Down here. I think this here sends a green signal if limit has been reached, otherwise sends a red signal. Yep, that's what I thought. Let's get ourselves a little NOT gate and fix that up like so. Alright, let's get that going. And we will bump the priority up on that because it's very important. We have 11 in here still. No eggs in that bin, I don't want to accidentally... And we will deconstruct that one, hopefully. No, I can't use that. Let's move a new one up here. No, that'll be flooded. Sorry, I just got distracted. Cancel deconstruct on that one too. And we will cancel those two real quick. Alright, back up here. Have they gotten that built for me? Not quite. Camille is coming for it. We've got a few... Just a couple. Let's bump this down to just one for now, and I can just count it as I'm putting them on next time. Alright, come on guys. Come on. Oh, I've got to set up the thermoregulator. Now, I'm guessing that they go and operate in the same way that... Yep, like that, and we'll just need some power. One pass-through will at least get some heat out of it. Coming in at 94, and it will... None of this is insulated. So hopefully, as it passes through here, it might get a little bit cooler. And in fact, to encourage that... Let's do something like that. Yeah? Was that the right one? That was the wrong one. We want this one, this one, this one. We'll get the bottom of our fish tank a bit hot, but we can survive that. And I think if we do something like that, that might help out as well. Just to exchange, you know, this is getting all actively cooled, so we can handle that. And if the water's a bit warmer, we'll get more of these tropical pacu. And they're really good because they... Maybe it will say? Oh, it doesn't. They provide a huge decor bonus. I was hoping it'd tell me. Because, there you go, plus 25 with a 5-tile decor radius. Yeah, like look here. Plus 25 for tropical fry and pacu. Like, that's really good. It helps, you know, make it up with the pipe at the bottom there. Which is a pretty negative, heavy negative bonus there. So the reason that starts to matter is because, decor can affect their morale, which is quite odd, but skills, if we come here. Yeah, see, the second one down there, there's Great Hall, and then last cycle's decor is nice. Does this tell me much about decor? Decor. Here we go. A building's okay. There you go. So yeah, it doesn't tell you exactly how much it does, but there is like a value system where you can max out, and it averages across the entire cycle. Now, let's come back to automation. I had to do a quick edit here. Alright, so this one, start if it's above 200 and stop and reset when it's below 150. And of course we are going to have to get some water in here. Like that. How convenient. Let's get a little liquid bridge on there. Snip that off that way. They'll get that built in a little bit. And that'll help us get some water in here to kickstart this. I know I should have put temp shift plates behind those. And you know what, I'm going to. No, not that one. Deconstruct those two. Alright. Utilities, temp shift plates, obsidian. Really all I need to do is even out the temperature. So it doesn't particularly matter, does it? It doesn't need to be super efficient either. Coal? No. Sure, there's tons and tons of copper. There we go. Do something like that. Alright, this can stop and can be deconstructed. Now the good thing is I can leave the water lock here and just plug this up, although I think I will clean up the water lock properly. I'll just destroy the water. It's like, I'm not that cheap. It's just a bit of water. Uh-oh. Oh, it's the bridge. Okay. Power. Yeah, you know, that's a lot of power. Let's split this system up. Right there. Now, that will have to be replaced with a... Oh no, it won't, because that can only get a kilowatt at a time. Alright, so that's all good. We can sweep that up, we can sweep that up. They'll get around to building all that. Alright, just a little bit of waiting it seems. We've got a reasonable amount of reed fiber, 180 units. I've used a lot on this carpet. That's what, 2 each. And I've used a fair bit making Atmo suits as well. They take, yeah, an extra reed fiber every time they get repaired. What I should be doing is having all these Drecos go into their own room. I could put it right here. So all the Dreco eggs go in here, and then there's just a shearing station in here. How do I stop them from being glum, from being overcrowded? That one's just hungry, I think. Something to think about. But that'll just get me a little bit extra reed fiber. Not that I'm, you know, desperate for it, but we do need a bit of it. And these are so heavy, they're 800 kilograms of tile, so they take a very long time to construct, because that's how they calculate the time it takes to build things, is by how heavy they are. Like, this is it. Super speed. Alright. There we go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 more. There we go. Ah, this water's slowly getting down. We can copy those settings there. And if we come over here, there'll be an egg coming. No. Alright. Well, that'll get those slicksters sorted out. Plumbing. Of course. I need to set this up for a... whatchamacallit. There goes up, across, yep, to there. Not quite. Back out that way. Input comes this way. Input comes this way. Output goes that way. Like that. Now that will let heat out. So that's a bad idea. So bridges have a really weird property, and if you look around for it, like heat transfer properties of liquid bridges or gas bridges or whatever, there'll be some actual pictures people have screenshotted and all that. But liquid bridges across walls will transfer their heat, but if one end is buried in the wall, then it won't transfer the heat. So we're actually gonna... how are we gonna do this? We need a bridge here, going that way. No, and then we can bridge that way. Snip there, that's it. A little ugly, but what can you do? And I think that will work. So it comes in, if it doesn't go through the thing, it keeps going past and then onto here. Otherwise it comes through the bottom here. I should probably run that up that way. Right? Yes. There we go. That's if above 30, and this one's if above plumbing. This is for this here. What, we want 20? And then we can run polluted water through it, I think. Would be the best option. Could pump some of this out whilst we're at it. Yeah, that'll be a good way to go about it. Let's put that there. We'll need a liquid sorter. And then liquid sorter snips there. Now what is in here? There's salt water and brine. Let's see what we've got first. Alright. So we will need to filter out the... now this is a bit difficult. Deconstruct that. Cancel those. We're going to put this here once it's gone. Alright, we are going to get this gas vent in here. Sorry, the helium in here. Ventilation, have they done all that? Yes, 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 yes. Alright. Are we ready? Let's see how this works. So this should, in theory, stop it once 42 packets have gone through. Just make sure that all this gas pipe's in order before we start. Going up there, across, and... this is sorted out, yes. power. Oh. That's unfortunate. Alright, we'll have to put it here then. And snip that there. That's unfortunate. And the gas. Alright, and that's got power now? Yes. And that didn't get connected in here, right? Alright. Let's get them to fix this up and then we will be good to have a look at... Oh dear. Actually, that can stay. It's because I'm pumping steam up here. Ventilation, see all the steam coming out here? And it's heating up a bit of this. It's making this all a little bit toasty. Wow. To fix that, I should do something like that. And some ladders. And some more ladders. Cancel those. Alright. But that's not too big of a deal. We'll just have to do some mopping. Have they gotten... Yes, they have. Ventilation. Beautiful. Alright, let's see how this goes. Alright, we ready? Automation. Alright. Automation. Reset amount. Go. 7, 8. There's the half. 23, 24, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 7, 40. And it's off. Oh, that is too easy. Oh, wow. That is superb. Alright. Very, very easy. And this is dropping down to 30, even down to 25 there. 24. Super. Alright, that's exactly what we wanted to see. Yeah, it's made things a little bit warmer, but not too much. And then this will run it through once, so this ought to be coming out at around, what, 14, 10 degrees, I think? Maybe 20. I don't remember what it actually was. 49.50. Okay, so it'll get down 14 degrees from there. 47 is still fine. Ah, there's already a bit in here. Has that overpressured already? Natural gas? Natural gas? Can't believe you do this to me. Well, if that's how things are going to be, we're going to put a high pressure gas vent in there instead. And please hurry up and do that, because I think this is going to have to be the end of it for today. So between, and we will make this the end of it because I'm running out of time. So next episode I will... between episodes, I will... That's better. I'm going to grind out all of this research that needs doing. And then I can... Look, Harold. Buddy? Harold, why can you not get out? Oh, I see. Yeah, I see. That's fair enough. I'm going to grind out all that research and remove all of this, and then we can do the diamond pressing. Now, we also need to do the diamond pressing in order to make the monument. If we go to research, these monuments... one of the pieces takes a lot of diamond, if I'm remembering correctly. Is that all of the... Yeah. Alright, we can start breaking this down now. Yes, so I will get us ready to start processing diamonds, and that will give us the resources we need to finish a lot, well, this main project, and to build the thing, the monument. And we need to find out where we want to put the monument. Near the base would be nice. I could gut this and completely rearrange the base, but I don't think I will. Perhaps putting it right here will be good, because we are going to be, you know, shifting all our power production to here, and that is definitely getting on top of the steam, I reckon. Why does stuff keep getting in there? It's super frustrating. Anyway, we now have 15 little slicksters in here. And we're getting one more. Here's Catalina. We might actually get 2 more, but he can't get out, so that's okay. Oh, and there's this little guy in here. So let's let him out somehow. Like that. That won't dump too much petroleum down here. But yes, thank you everyone for being here. I hope you've enjoyed it. Next time, diamond press, I'll get all the research done, and then we can... Oh, goody. Everyone has clothing now, I think. Ren and Rowan. Alright, super. Happy 1,000 cycles, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.